In their teens, Eddie was essentially managing Cletus, trying to keep him on the straight and narrow. Despite his antisocial personality, Cletus managed to hide his real atrocities well enough. People suspected him of doing horrible things, but it was only rumors, as no one had any proof. With Eddie, he was very open, describing a deranged Darwinistic worldview where, as he put it, carnage is the law. He put forth how civilization was an unnecessary collar wrapped around the necks of the masses to keep them from doing what comes most natural, and the true animal nature of humanity bled through with every murder. Serial killers became his fascination, and he learned all he could about the many millions of brutalities humanity had developed in their dominion of the earth. Weapons, traps, instruments of torture. Eddie was scared of what Cletus may one day do, but he told himself it was simply a normal kind of morbid interest and edgy attitude. Eddie had no idea by age 16, Cletus was already a fully fledged serial killer. When he was 20 and had just gotten into journalism, Brock realized this and called the cops on Cletus. Cletus fled, and Eddie never saw him again. Meanwhile, Cletus had no problem adjusting to life as a homeless man, quickly becoming an adept criminal. He stole, he killed, and he kept perfecting his craft, and as the years passed, he started making money from it. Contract killings, snuff films, but the more he reached, the more unhinged he became, with a constant feeling of dissatisfaction with his murders. Out of happenstance, he found Eddie had become a reporter in New York City, and decided to toy with him. He called Eddie up before committing murders, but didn't tell Eddie who he was. Instead, he fed Eddie false clues to his identity, while detailing the gruesomeness of the murderers. Eddie followed the clues and found himself outing an innocent man as the serial killer, but in doing so, the police ran headfirst into a trap that left more than 20 bodies at the feet of a very well-armed Cletus Cassidy. Eddie was blamed for the death of the officers and all but chased out of New York, the only blessing being that no one realized his connection to Cletus. And for one reason or another, Cletus kept it to himself.